money after Series B. It's a 680 crore valued company, The Stage.
Every investor who heard this loved it, but nobody was ready to bet on it. In today's terms, we are the largest media company of any kind by reach in Haryana.
Sir, great to have you back in Chennai.
Oh yes,
Vinay?
oh yes. It's thank you so much for making it happen. It's always nostalgic, to come back to Chennai at the very least. I think a lot of me who I am today got shaped here in this city, and so yeah, it's always good to come back. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And to the uninitiated, Vinay Singhal is a boy from Haryana. You have your roots in Chennai, as in SRM,
Yes,
right? And then once you finish that, you go and you go back and you start bootstrapping Witty Feed.
Yes,
Yeah. And Facebook kills it.
yeah.
Wonder of wonders, you have a dream for a Netflix for Bharat, right? You actually dare to make it happen. You get onto an episode of Shark Tank and your story goes viral. Your company is now post money after Series B. It's a 680 crore valued company, The Stage. Extraordinary vision, extraordinary, grit. And, between you, Shashank, Parveen, and Harsh, you guys have just been rocking. What you hear, the stories that you hear of small town boys dreaming big, and coming out there and actually, making it happen, right? Shall I quote you when you say, I want to be the richest man in the world?
I mean, we come a long way. I've come a long way personally as well. I look back and I think about where I was born, in what conditions I was brought up, and then to be able to even dream that I want to be the richest man in the world in those circumstances. I think about it now that I've become older and more rational and more logical, and I'm like, what were you thinking? How the hell did you even imagine that? Like, anyone with similar background, similar circumstances comes to me and says that, probably I'll call that guy crazy, and I'll say, why don't you keep your boots on the ground and something like that. As far as I can remember in the past, in my childhood, I always had this aspiration to be the best at whatever I want to do and whatever I do, essentially. And growing up in a Marwadi family, money is the measure of success of most things in life, right? And so to me it was, okay, you want to be successful, clearly, of course I want to be successful, and let's be best at it. And so that's where that quote was rooted, that I want to be the richest person in the world. Thankfully, not my aspiration in life anymore. I think I know better forms of wealth probably now, and I optimize my life for that. And I would say I would like to be the most impactful man in the world. I would like to be the person who genuinely creates the most amount of impact a human can in my lifetime, and that would give me more peace and would be my kind of idea of success. But yeah, I mean, nonetheless, I think it was pretty. I think it was pretty courageous at that point to be able to say that, okay. I go back and pat myself and say, "Good job," So it did okay. And then I think, I've been very lucky to find some amazing co-founders, come brothers in this journey. Like you said, Shashank, Praveen, Harsh, all of them. It's been really, really lucky. This is the city where it all started. I landed in SRM with the dream of becoming the richest person in the world.
All four of you?
All four of us
Studied in SRM?
Yes, that's where we met.
Wow.
Yes, that's how we met. So Praveen is my younger brother, own younger brother, and we brought him to SRM 2 years later. Shashank is my classmate from SRM, so we both did computer science engineering from SRM, and hers was a senior, a year senior to us
Okay.
in college,
Okay.
and he was the reason, the trigger point of we discovering entrepreneurship and getting into the world of entrepreneurship actually. So he had already discovered it in his first year, and so he was building a startup of his own during college times. He was in second year when we were in the first, and he found us and introduced us to the idea of entrepreneurship, and that's how, it's been 15 years now that we've been doing this.
You have another connection with Chennai.
Yes, I do, which is why I'm sitting with you. So, I'll tell you, I'll come to that connection, and before I come to that, even before we made that connection of partnering with TCA, with you guys, we've been very proud of calling ourselves as a Madras-made company.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Stays may not be Madras made, so to say, technically, because it was founded in Indore, but it is a pivot of Witty Feed, and then the same thing, and so on and so forth. And more importantly, as founders, as entrepreneurs, we are Madras made, and there is a lot of Madras entrepreneurial DNA in us. Basically, Chennai ecosystem is everything that you need to prosper as an entrepreneur without the noise. And which is why the Joho, the Freshworks, all these companies essentially, were built the way they were built here. Which is why this has become the SaaS capital of this country, and now in a lot of ways becoming SaaS capital for the world as well.
The
right?
world.
We integrated something very interesting in our DNA from here, which is the nature and the art and the habit of giving back to the ecosystems that you take from. I think we learned that from the Chennai ecosystem. It's a very giving ecosystem. It's a very, very giving ecosystem, by the way. And I think we learned that. We took that, and we shifted to Indore from Chennai, by the way, when we built Witty Feed. It was literally on that premise that we will go and build an ecosystem in a new city.
Okay.
We will build a company, but everybody builds a company. What is going to be unique about we building a company? That we will build an ecosystem in the process.